Hi, ladies. I'm glad to be with you here today. We're going to be talking about what you must do to keep clients from backing out. And I just am curious if this has ever happened to you. You just signed on a new client, you're excited, they're excited, you're doing your happy dance, woo woo. And then you get that email. I call it the backpedaling email. And hang on one second here. I call it the backpedaling email because it's where your new client, give me one second, I'm having a little technical issue here. Okay. It's the backpedaling email is where your new client says, oh, this isn't going to work. And the email is filled with all the reasons, really excuses, as to why they can't move forward as planned. It totally sucks. So type yes in the comment box below if that sounds like one of the worst things that in the world that can happen for you in your business. I actually think it's one of the worst things that can happen for you. So type yes in the comment box if you agree with that. Now I'm going to share what you can do to prevent this from happening, and so that you stay confident that when you sign on a client, they actually stay your client. All right, I am Kendall SummerHawk. I am the creative founder of the #1 certified soulful business and powerful money coach training program for women entrepreneurs. My passion is helping you own your worth without apology so that you can make significant income in your coaching business. And my passion is all about helping you create a lucrative, soulful coaching business that you are 100% in love with. Now, I want to make sure before I dive into the little mini training here today, I want to make sure that you are aware of something. We're enrolling right now for our spring Money Marketing and Soul Certified Coach Training Program. And this is where I certify you to become a soulful business coach. And Money Marketing and Soul is my signature coach training. It has proven to be the most effective and amazing training out there in the fast growing niche of women entrepreneurs. So in other words, if you want to coach women entrepreneurs, this is the certification to get. This is for you if you are passionate and you are ambitious, you want to make significant money in your coaching business as a soulful business coach. You want to feel rock star confident in knowing the most powerful transformational coaching skills. And you want to create a lucrative, soulful coaching business that you totally love. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And that gives you financial independence and gives you incredible freedom in your time, how you run your life, so that you can work anywhere that you want and you can work when you want. Now, just very quickly, because we are enrolling right now for the spring class. So very quickly, let me just share with you that inside of the Money Marketing and Soul Coach Training Program, I teach you how to be a rock star coach. I give you the coaching content. I give you the content to coach on so that you have this at your fingertips. You don't have to create any content from scratch. And this is what women business owners want from you. They want to know that you have a process, that you have a signature system that you take them through. And I'm going to give you mine. I'm going to certify you to use it. There are no hidden fees. There's no licensing. It's yours to use. And I also give you a crazy amount of marketing training and marketing support inside of the certified coach training. All right. And I also teach you how to sign on clients while you're still in the training so that you are making money while you're still being trained as a soulful business coach. So what I want you to do is to go to this online training. It is coachingsecretsmasterclass.com. And the link for it is also below this video. And go ahead and watch that training. It's 1 hour and it's filled with great content. I will tell you, we're pulling that training down at the end of this month, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks. So in the next few weeks, we're going to be putting that into the vault, into the archives, and you won't be able to access it anymore. So I would highly recommend that you watch that training because of the content that I do share in it is really valuable content. And then at the end, I do share with you what that opportunity is to get in on this incredible movement that's happening of women entrepreneurs, women starting businesses and wanting to hire coaches, but not the stodgy old masculine business coach. They want to hire soulful business coaches, somebody who understands them from the inside out and can help them get out of their own way, and somebody who has a signature system that they walk them through. So that's if that sounds intriguing to you, I've watched that online training, and also to get the content in it before we pull it down and put it into the vault. All right, so let's talk about what you must do to keep clients from backing out. Now, there's a lot I could share with you on this. I want to just give you 1 or 2 tips here to get you started. So has this ever happened to you? You've signed on the new client, you're super excited. I always do my happy dance, which the camera's not big enough to encompass my happy dance, but it's like a soulful, like grooving kind of dance. Woo, woo. Anyway, now I'm being dorky and now I'm going to blush. And then you get that backpedaling email from your brand new client saying, oh, I can't because, and it's filled with reasons why they can't move forward as planned. And God, it's like they pull out every reason out of the book, right? As to why their yes is now a no. But it always boils down to one overriding emotion, and that is fear. Now, before you spiral into self-doubt, because it's so easy to say, what did I do wrong? Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm not good enough. Oh my God, and your whole world feels like it's going to come tumbling down, especially when you're new, you're just getting started. And let's face it, every client feels like 10. I mean, every client feels like the one. And if that client wants to back out, it can be devastating. So I don't want you to go there. Before you go there, I want to reassure you that this situation happens to all of us. It has happened to me in the past. It almost never happens now because of doing these things that I'm going to teach you what they are in just a second, get you started on this. But it used to happen, and that's how I learned, because of it happening, I learned, okay, this sucks. What am I going to do about it? And I also want to tell you that rather than taking it personally, you and your business will be far better served by you being prepared with creative ways for ensuring new clients stick. So that's what it's called, is having stick strategies, which I really like that. I like that idea because it's like, I want clients sticking to me. I want, we're in a relationship here, between coach and client, and I want them sticking to that relationship. So, and when you have stick strategies, these kinds of situations really quickly become a thing of the past. All right, so here's one of my favorite creative ways that strategies that you can use to really help your clients' confidence in investing in themselves stay strong. That's what needs to happen here. It's not about you doing a better job. It's about you helping your client stay committed and strong in whatever their desire was in hiring you in the first place. So I want you to first understand, this is really important, I want you to first understand the emotional phases that your new client goes through, and I want you to be able to plan for each of them. So there's the initial phase, which is initially elation and excitement. That lasts maybe a few hours. And then they go into total terror, right? Your new client is likely to have pretty wild mood swings as they cycle through making a really big shift. And that's normal. They go into that, oh my God, what have I just done moment. And I know for me as a buyer, anytime I've ever purchased something that, I think about when I bought my car, and I love my car. I have a really cute Mercedes SUV. And I remember when I bought it a few years ago that even though I knew what I wanted, I was excited to get it. I got a screaming deal on it. And I still thought, oh my God, what have I done? I just bought a Mercedes. It's like anything, when we invest in something that is meaningful to us, the car was meaningful to me. I'm kind of a car geek. It triggers a lot of emotions. So your best bet is to be prepared and definitely to be proactive in being there for them, and without letting them off the hook. And I'm going to explain that in a moment. Without letting them off the hook of what it is that they really want. And the proactive is so important. In other words, versus reactive. Reacting to something it's not a powerful place to be. It's actually quite a disempowering place to be. I want you to be proactive so that the situation doesn't happen in the first place, and then it's all taken care of and it's all good. All right, so here's something you can do. It's a great coaching exercise that you can give your new client to do I would ask them to do it in the first 48 hours. And we actually have a version of this. It's not this one, it's a little different, that we give to the women signing into our Money Marketing and Soul certified coach training program. We have them do an exercise. We send it to them in an email, and we have them do it within the first 24 or maybe 48 hours. And it works brilliantly. They love it, and it gets them started in a really impactful way. So here's the exercise that I'm giving you today. Ask your client, you're on the phone or you're on Skype, you sign them on, it's great, you've taken payment. And you ask them right then and there to create a list of all the reasons why they are now working with you as their coach. So I want you, and here's what you're going to ask them to do. You're going to ask them to include both positive reasons like goals, aspirations they have, and you're also going to have them list the challenges and the struggles, maybe the frustrations that they are fed up with and no longer want in their life. Okay, so you've got the positive and the negative, and you want them to list both on the paper because both are powerful, but the truth is the negative stuff is actually more powerful. That's a whole nother conversation. But the way our psyches work, our brains work, the negative is more powerful than the positive. So you're asking them to list that. It's all about them. It's not like why they think you're great. That's not what it is. It's like, what are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? What are your challenges? What are your struggles? What are your frustrations? What are you wanting to see the back of? And have them list all of that on their paper. I like to ask them to make a list of 30, so they really have to stretch and they have fun with this. And I say, have fun with this. Now you can easily make this request right at the end of your strategy session when they sign up with you. And it's even fun to name the list so that you can reference it with your client. And again, so it could be something as simple as their big why. You can say, we're going to call this your big why list. And I like naming it because it gives it importance. It gives it, there's a lot psychologically to what happens when they name it. So just take my word for it for now. And it also anchors for them what it is that's pulling them forward. All right, now let's shift. I have another tip I want to share with you. You have to stay strong if your brand new client has a mini meltdown. Now I'm going to share something with you. It's super embarrassing, but this actually happened. So I remember the very first time I signed up with a high-end mentor. It was a very big decision. It was a pretty chunky 5-figure investment. It was at a time when it was like a crazy thing to do in my business. I don't even know if I was making 6 figures yet in my business. So a 5-figure investment was huge. It represented a big chunk of my income. I put it all on a credit card that then I was going to pay off the next month. So I did a pay in full to save the get the pay in full savings. And the next day, within 24 hours of signing the agreement and faxing it off and paying in full on my credit card, my initial excitement, I was really excited. Obviously, I felt this mentor was going to be great for me. I had a full stage meltdown of epic proportions. And I'm only telling you this because it's so far in the past. It was so embarrassing. I was crying. I was doing everything short of having a tantrum on the floor right? But I remember standing in my kitchen I was so terrified and just crying and upset. And oh my God, what have I done? That was my main trauma thought going through my mind was, what have I done? So I reached out to the mentor and I wanted to change the deal. I wasn't trying to back out, but I wanted to change the payment arrangement and to give myself some relief from that stress and anxiety. And she got on the phone with me. She held so strong to it. She said she wouldn't do it. She just would not do it. And I was in such a emotional state. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she did a great job coaching me. And she coached me basically to see the value. It was going to be okay. I was going to make the money back. And it's interesting too, because I think it was like 6 weeks later, I was so inspired because I was pretty freaked out about having it on my credit card. So the freak out was inspiration. I ended up doing some things I'd never done before in my business because I was so motivated, and I made 6 figures literally overnight. It was just blew my mind. And I did that because I was so motivated because of my freak out of having that coaching program on my credit card. But the point is that she held me to it, and she was unwavering, and she was unwavering within like the first 30 seconds of the call. So I knew it was like, holy crap, there's no changing this. All right. So when your client is pulling out excuses like, they're swept up in a story of fear and doubt, don't buy into it, or saying my husband's unhappy, or I'm already overcommitted, whatever it is, your role as coach is not to buy their story. Their story is total bullshit. It's just fear. Your role as coach is to stay strong and committed to their big why list. And you can do this. The coach at that time for me was very tough, very masculine in her coaching. I'm not sure I would respond to it as well now as I did back then, but you may be softer about it, but you have to be immovable. This has to be like not even an option in your mind that they're backing out. It's not even an option. Like it's not going to happen. All right. So your best bet, just to wrap up here, your best bet is to get on the phone with them. Don't try and solve this through email. You can say something like, you can send them an email or text and say, I want you to go read your big why list and we're going to hop on the phone. So you can do that, but don't try and solve this in email. Coaching is a relationship. You need to talk with them. Let them know that their fear is not unusual. It's temporary. You're going to have to be strong in reminding them of their big why list. And you're going to have to let them know clearly. You can say, I wouldn't be the platinum coach is what I like to say. I wouldn't be the platinum coach, or for me, it's the diamond coach. I wouldn't be the diamond coach you expect me to be if I let you wiggle out of this, out of getting what you want. Okay, so your approach has to be firm, clear, and strong. All right, just to wrap up here, a few more things. What I mean by being strong, by the way, I just want to make sure you get this, is that you're fully committed to your client getting what they want, and you're not buying into their story of fear and doubt, okay? So I hope this helps you feel prepared and ready, because when you do, your new client will benefit by staying your client, okay? That's what we want. They benefit by staying your client. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, and definitely check out that webinar before we pull it down in the next 2.5 weeks, something like that. So check it out here today. It is coachingsecretsmasterclass.com, and check it out for the content, but talk to us about becoming a soulful business coach, because it is the easiest, shortest path to you having a lucrative, soulful coaching business that you are 100% in love with. And that is my whole passion and dedication, is to you creating that. I know you can do it, and I know that becoming a money marketing and soul coach is for sure the easiest, shortest way to doing that. All right, you can tell I'm enthusiastic because we see the results with our clients. All right, I will see you later, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much. My love to you. Mwah. Bye-bye.